Yeah, I just want to take a time right now because I'm in Hawaii. Since the last time I do this video, put on about 20,000 miles. Over the last 4 years, I must have encompassed the planet through Jah Blessed with the same Rastafari message. See? So I find myself here in Hawaii again. Soon go forward to the Caribbean. We have some great musical works coming forward. I have a CD called No Worry Yourself, produced by the High Grade VI crew. You have Brother Batch, you have Mother Nile, you have Nayor, you have a whole lot of angels and priestesses and prophets down there in VI just waiting to put a message out to the world. And I might have a message for the item too, as well as the messages that are already out there from the Lucianos and the different Rasta man from Jamaica, the Ras Michaels, the Bunny Whalers, all the great Peter Tosh, those who have gone before and those who are yet to come. We have a great message for the world. And it's not just entertainment and ganja smoking. We have a great message that is becoming a warning, a consequential warning. So you can either enjoy yourself and come into the gates of Zion or suffer the consequence, because that is the ultimatum that is created right now on planet Earth. Not because of Iman or anything that we're saying, but because of the greed and the lust of man, who has gone forth conquering to conquer, just like it says in the book of Revelation, with a big sword, booming and killing all people who don't believe in what they call manifest destiny. See, so these things we come to fight against. I want to take this little time to talk about this brother I just met the other day, who is a great grandson of King Kamehameha. And they are the noble royal family right here in Hawaii, just like we have our royal family, Haile Selassie, Asfawasan, and I have the Rastafari faith. We have our royal family in Ethiopia. There's a living royal family right here in Hawaii who have done a lot of things in their own sovereignty movement. They have their own marshals. They have their own recognition by the Supreme Court and also by the United Nations. And they have a very active fight against the United States government. Little Hawaii, this little Polynesian kingdom of Atui, has a very active, dominant fight against big old US United States government, because they illegally took Hawaii away many years ago, and they are continually illegally exploiting Hawaii for billions of dollars every year, and little or none of it is going to Hawaii or the Hawaiian indigenous person. Hawaiians have a big problem with ICE here. They have a big problem with obesity and self-abuse, and it has a lot to do with the American occupation and takeover of their homeland, this paradise homeland that was given to them by God Almighty. So I want to speak right now in the fullness of that particular nation. Brother Dane, he's known as Sir Dane, and he is a living chief, a living inherent chief. He's over on the island of Kauai, and they have their badges, they have their powers, and they have their spirit of Akua, who they call God, and they recognize Jah Rastafari, and they burn their herb too. They tell me personally, it makes them not want to fight. In the earlier days, they used to beat up howlies and do all types of things to people, but the more they smoke the Pakalolo, as they call it, and read the Bible, they feel more like dealing with this fight diplomatically. And that's where they're at right now. So this is, again, I have to speak in the fullness of this marijuana movement, the fullness of the ganja legalization movement. You have Roger Christie and the Hawaii Cannabis Ministry right here in Hawaii, and it's valid all over the world. So, and everybody who smokes herb for spiritual reasons needs to be a part of this ministry, because you will never go to jail for herb again if you do. Get in touch with Roger Christie on the thcministry.com. You can check him out, as well as the Kingdom of Atui. And again, I'm going to speak here in the fullness of the Rastafari movement, for this thing is now moving once again. We ran into a lot of problems because of the same CIA plot at J. Edgar Hoover preventing the rise of a black messiah. This gave them permission to assassinate men like Malcolm X, or pay our own brothers to assassinate him, to assassinate men like Martin Luther King, even their own, our own I should say, John F. Kennedy. These things are for real. This is CIA and FBI plots. I've been victimized and my life has been in danger already. There have been a few attempts made on my life. That's why I'm out for fireburn anybody who's trying to diss what I am putting on this camera, because you have no idea what I go through to give this information to you all. So you can take it for what it is, or else you can just leave it, but you don't have to diss it. There are some people out there who really want this food. There are some hungry, starving people who want to hear the truth. And I am speaking truth. That's why I have all of this evidence. I will be putting out this newsletter. This has been out already, and I'm going to reissue it. It's called One Voice. And it has a complete story of my experience in 1997 with Ethiopia, being there as a representative of the All Africa Conference of Churches, and then my mystic experiences with the elders in Lalibela, and then with the chief priests themselves in Aksum around the Ark of the Covenant. And I have these experiences in there. So I will be reissuing that also.